I'm going to show you how to create the simplified version of the wheel for your Automoblox car. So we want a new standard IPT file. We're going to come into that file and create a new sketch. We're going to create some circles for this, and so I'm just going to click and drag. This first circle is going to be a diameter of 0.44, so I'll go ahead and click that. Then I'm going to use my offset tool to create an offset for that. And so I'll click offset, and the offset actually goes inside, and I'll go ahead and dimension that at 0.05. And then I can go ahead and create my next circle. It's a little bit bigger. And the dimension between these two circles should be 0.35. Then we have our last circle to create, and it has a dimension between the last two of 0.05. So there's the first geometry we need for our wheel. We'll go ahead and go into feature mode. Click extrude. We want to extrude it a distance of 0.57, and so I'll click first that sketch and also this one and create that extrusion. The next step is to create the face of this object, and so we're going to go ahead and create a new sketch on this surface here. And I want to show you this tool called Project Geometry. And so what this tool does is it projects the geometry that you had from your other sketch out to the current work plane or sketch you're working on. And so we want to go ahead and project that geometry out. So I can go ahead and finish that once I have that projected, and we're going to actually use this geometry right here for the next portion of it. We want to extrude this time a distance of 0.05, and we want to do that as a symmetric extrusion. And so I'll click this tool right here. So it's going to go in half that distance and out half that distance. And so that's what it should look like. And I can go ahead and click OK. The last step of this is to create kind of the circular shape on the object. And so to do that, I'm going to make another new sketch on this surface. I'm going to get my circle tool, and I'm going to go from this point right here, and it says that our circle should have a radius of 0.5, so I'll put that in, and then I'll actually trim this line so it comes back to here, and then I'm going to have to close this because remember I have to have closed geometry to create a shape that I can do something with. And so I'll close that out with the arc tool and just end up on the line that I need right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back to extrude. This time I'm going to extrude cut that surface, and we want our distance to go through it all, and click OK. And you can see how we have that shape. Now we need to repeat that pattern clear around our wheel. And so if you look at the circular pattern tool, we can pattern around a circle. And so I'll click the feature that I want, and I'll click the rotation axis I want. I want it to rotate around this object, and I want there to be 5 of those rotations. And so I click that and go ahead and click OK, and you have the completed simplified version of the Automoblox wheel. So you can go ahead and save that.